Hello, and welcome to this 5-minute demo of SymbioTeam for Force.com developers. Are you a Force.com developer? Are you developing a custom Salesforce.com function for your organization? Or a Force.com based app for App Exchange? Are you building for Salesforce.com native user interface? Or a standalone website with Visual Force? In either of these cases, how do you test your app? How do you test it in development? And how do you test it in production? In this demo, we will show how SymbioTeam can automate testing of your Force.com app in development and in production. We will use a popular native app from Kugamon as an example. Kugamon Contact Address Manager synchronizes address data between an account and its contacts. If any of the address fields on the account is changed, it can synchronize that change with the contacts on that account. We will show how easy it is to automate testing of this function with SymbioTeam. We will use the SymbioTeam web recorder to build the basic test case. We simply execute the same actions that a user would when using the application. For example, here the user logs into the Salesforce.com environment. Notice how SymbioTeam Recorder uses plain English to describe each test step. We update the mailing address on the account and check the contacts that need to be synchronized. We press the Update button and the sequence of steps is complete. We can add the steps that verify the result of the update function, or we can do it later in the test development environment. Now we may stop the recorder. We upload the recorded test case to the SymbioTeam cloud server and close the recorder. Now we click on Test Force tab to access SymbioTeam test development environment. This is where we continue building and enhancing our test case and will later run it. For the sake of this short demo, we'll skip enhancing our test case with many features. Let's just assume it's already been done. Instead, let's explore the resulting test script. As we had just recorded in the web recorder, we log in, enter the contact address manager, edit the mailing address, and press the update button. The script is very easy to follow. Editing is easy as well thanks to our keyword-driven test development approach. Each object within the application's graphical user interface has a set of properties or functions that test cases can act on. SymbioTeam Test Editor gives you an intuitive point-and-click interface to objects and their properties. In this example, a login button is pressed. All the actions that can be done with the button are at your fingertips. SymbioTeam streamlines your test development process even further through its powerful productivity features. Let's look at some of the functions available to you out of the box. The designer's palette provides browser functions, program execution functions, programming constructs like looping and conditional execution, JavaScript code inclusion, and file system access. You can define test blocks, reusable segments of test scripts. The designer palette can help you to parse XML, process dates, create and manage variables, and generate log files. Another feature I'd like to focus on is SymbioTeam's file and database connectivity. It allows the test developer to access existing databases or build internal data tables to store dynamic test parameters or intermediate data. The built-in data access features allow reading from record sets and finding data by keys, so you can verify the results of test execution through direct SQL or file queries. SymbioTeam includes out-of-the-box integration with Selenium. SymbioTeam can import and run Selenium scripts written in both HTML and in Java formats. Let's look at the SymbioTeam's user interface object management features. Each Salesforce.com screen or Visual Force web page under test is available to you in the Designer palette under the Application GUI Model section. You can see what the page or window under test looks like. This is not just a passive image, but an active object map. Let's maximize it. As you can see, this is the contact edit screen used by the Kugamon app. Each explored object is identified and cross-referenced to the actual GUI objects used in your test case. The page can be expanded to show the complete list of objects. Here, we see the objects present on the top-level account edit page of Salesforce.com. Once the test is ready, we can run it in the Execute tab. Again, for the sake of time, we already ran this test. For the selected date range, the history shows tests executed at specific times by different users in different browsers at different development stages, and some of them had passed, failed, or had been stopped manually. Let's look at one of these runs in more details. We can see each step of the script as it was executed, with the variables showing their value at the time of execution and the time it had taken for each step to execute. We can also see the exact images taken at each step. On the screenshot view, we see the entire sequence of GUI images exactly the way a real user would see them. Here, for example, we see a Salesforce.com login step. If a test fails for whatever reason, the report will clearly indicate which step had failed, and depending on the configured notification groups, the appropriate users will get an email notification. This is very powerful for running SymbioWare not only in development, but also in production to validate the system behaves as expected and the users are getting the right functionality. To learn more details about SymbioTeam, we invite you to sign up for our 14-day free trial, view our how-to videos available on our website, or contact SymbioWare directly. Thank you.